listen, like, everyone who works at that show engages on different levels with, like, the comments.
Right.
It gets to us.
Yeah, now that he is out of the SNL machine, Bowen Yang admitted that he and his castmates were not oblivious to social media comments, and the negative ones started to weigh on Bowen after 7 years.
I feel like I was really bogged down the entire time I was there about, like, the idea that, like, there was no range in anything I did.
So Bowen diving into this gets really convoluted because he uses really abstract language, but no, we're gonna do this, okay? Okay. So Bowen thinks that the criticism of his lack of range was due to the lack of range of characters that he played.
It makes sense in terms of, like, there being like an indigestion, as it were, with, like, receiving me, where I'm like, I knew I was never gonna play the dad. I was never gonna play, you know, the generic thing in sketches.
But he did. He played the dad in sketches. The first one that comes up on YouTube is one where he plays a gay dad, which is still a dad.
Hey, guys.
Hi, sorry.
I'm sorry, we're on her schedule.
And I recall him playing straight dad in sketches as well. And he has played the generic thing in sketches too. And what I think he means by that is, like, on paper, you know, a character isn't defined by a gender, race, a sexuality, height, weight. Yeah, it can be played by anybody. And yeah, Bowen's played tons of those in scenes, so I don't really know what he's talking about. So no, the criticism has not been that he's never played the dad in sketches, or he's never played a generic thing in sketches, because he has played those things.
It's a sketch show. Each thing is like 4 minutes long. It is short and collapsed by sort of necessity, and so therefore it plays on archetypes. These archetypes are also in a relationship with, like, generic things, and there is a genericism in whiteness and in, like, being, like, a canvas to, like, build upon.
So I think what he's saying here is that, yeah, the cast members have to fill those slots of playing, you know, the white female, the white male, the Asian female, the black male, the black female, when it comes to real life people, like celebrities or political figures, like, yeah, like the black female is going to play the black female celebrity.
Now that everyone in America is losing all their money and rights, it's kind of like we're both communist twins.
But yeah, the people that were critical of Bowen's range weren't saying, oh, why is he always playing the Chinese politicians? No.
Like, oh, that's just the gay Asian guy in SNL.
I understand why Bowen felt like he was labeled as the gay Asian guy, because, yeah, when he first joined the cast, yeah, it made headlines, because he was the first Chinese American to join the cast. And so I get why, yeah, there was, something that he felt like he was labeled with, because, yeah, he was the first.
And so anytime I would try to, like, work outside of that, it got completely ignored, or it still got collapsed to, oh, he's an Asian, he's being gay and Asian as always.
That is totally not true. Look no further than Bowen's breakout moment on the show.
Okay, fine. You want to do this? Let's do this. First of all, you came to where I live and you hit me.
When he played the Titanic iceberg in 2021, that was going pretty far from being the gay Asian. And that was the farthest thing from being ignored. Like, I mean, that sketch was huge. It was one of the most talked about SNL sketches I've ever seen that didn't involve a celebrity or didn't involve, like, someone cracking, you know, during a sketch. Like, no, it was just that big because it was that funny. It was clever.
What did the autopsy say? They iceberged it? No, they drowned, bitch. That's not me. That's water.
Yeah, the people that commented on Bowen's lack of range wasn't based on the range of characters that he played. They thought he always gave the same performance no matter what character he played. I don't necessarily agree with that.
Eggnog kind of like me. It's not for everyone, but the people who like it are my kind of people.
I wouldn't criticize Bowen for his lack of range, but I wouldn't praise him for his range either. I think he had an average, range on that show. What really stood out about him was his charisma, and he was funny.
Live from New York, it's Saturday night!
Hi, you want to do this? Yeah, bitch, let's do this.
It's time to be real.
Excuse me, clear a path, clear a path. I'm Garrett from Hinge.
You're tired of laughing with the little boys. Let me know.
Do we need protection? Hose!
I think range is a myth, and it's all about, like, palatability, whether there's whether you're getting taxed on it or you are subsidized.
Not a clue what that means.
Did they knock Pete Davidson for range, or does he get away with it because it's cool and, like, within a male gaze? Is that wrong or right?
Matt, Pete Davidson did get criticized for his lack of range. Absolutely. He didn't get away with it because of the male gaze. Oh, God. But yeah, he had a very apparent lack of range. In your equation that you want to say that people were cool with Pete's lack of range but not Bowen's, well, over the course of his SNL run, Pete got 0 Emmy nominations, and Bowen has 4 Emmy nominations so far. So which one is getting away with it within the male gaze, Matt, if you want to use that weird analogy? If you're going to start grandstanding, Matt, make sure you're not standing on a pile of BS. But yeah, 2 other cast members. Jimmy Fallon, criticized for his lack of range. Adam Sandler, criticized for his lack of range.
There was like an outpouring.
Yeah.
It was like people that I hadn't heard from, and people that like I'm sorry. It just felt like a really beautiful thing.
And yeah, beyond the love from the studio audience, Bowen got tons of love in the comments on his Instagram post before his final show, including from lots of celebrities.
The reason why I was also very emotional at the last show and just seeing like that sort of thing being like directed my way, that outpouring, as I said earlier, of love, is because it completely undid this other narrative that was running parallel in my mind.
Yeah.
The very vocal, loud one.
It's dumbfounding that Bowen let some social media comments become what he thought was the dominant opinion of him in his mind. Like, he was shocked to get so much love in his departure. But yeah, he's been nominated for 4 out of his 5 seasons so far in the show, and he could get 1 more nomination for his final season. Last year, he was the only cast member nominated. Yeah, he's been getting movie roles and other gigs. Like, I don't understand how you can be shocked that, oh, people like me in your departure. It's really, really strange. But yeah, what are your thoughts?
I could teach like a media studies like seminar about this, I think.